to our latest Pink Octopus production video. Excuse me looking bleary-eyed. We were up at 4 AM this morning to catch our flight from Gatwick to Barcelona because we are about to embark on Cunard Queen Victoria for 2 weeks on a 2-week cruise of the Mediterranean, which we are going to take you along with us and do a few little videos of all the places we go. So at the moment we've just been picked up from the airport and we had a great flight with TUI, went really well, everything ran like clockwork, and we've got our coach and we're now heading towards the port and we will shortly be embarking on our ship, the Queen Victoria. So we will let you know how our travels go and there'll be lots of videos coming your way. So welcome to our latest trip for Pink Octopus Productions, a 2-week Queen Victoria cruise in the Mediterranean. There have been loads and loads of videos made about staterooms on Cunard ships, but it's always good if you're, particularly if you're first time, you've not been on a particular tier of accommodation or you've never cruised with Cunard, it's quite nice to actually have a look at all the different types of stateroom because they are quite different. Anyway, this is what's known as Princess Grill. So there are sort of different tiers of accommodation on Cunard. The cheapest is the inside cabin, which a lot of people go for because, let's face it, when you're out and about on the ship, you just need somewhere comfortable and elegant to sleep. Some people don't mind not having a window. Then you've got your ocean view, which has a window. They're usually sort of lower down on the ship. I think they're usually deck 1. I think it's deck 1, deck 2. And then you have your balcony cabins, deck 3 and above. And there's a different grade as well. There's Britannia balcony cabins, which mean you go in the main dining room. And then there are club balcony dining rooms, which mean that you have your own restaurant. Everything else is pretty much the same, but you have your own restaurant. And then you have your grills suites, and the junior suites, smaller suites, are the Princess Grill, and the really big grand suites are the Queen's Grill, and they have their own restaurants as well. So we are on board Queen Victoria for a 2-week cruise around the Mediterranean, starting in Barcelona today and ending up in Trieste on the 22nd of September, so 2 weeks time. And we had an instant upgrade. We booked originally a club balcony, but we actually were given a free upgrade for no extra cost to Princess Grill. And we've done Princess Grill on Queen Elizabeth, absolutely loved it. We did it in Japan earlier on this year, and we've done it in the Baltic as well. And we've never done Princess Grill on Queen Victoria, so this is new. We've done Queen Victoria, this is our 5th trip on Queen Victoria, but this is the first time we've done Princess Grill. So I'm just going to show you around our stateroom. So I'm going to turn the camera around. So this is what a Princess Grill stateroom on Cunard is like. So we just walked in the door, and on the right hand side, it might be on the left hand side, you've got an extensive clothing area. Really good. You get lots of hangers and you can always ask your room steward for more. There's a lot of storage space. It's actually quite generous. You've got a big shelf up there. Obviously the life jackets are up there. You've got a couple of nice toweling robes and slippers as well. And then you have got shelving here. You've also got a very nice safe, so you can put all your important documents like passports and money and things. Laundry bag as well. You have to pay for laundry on Cunard, but there are benefits for people who have different tiers of loyalty, and we must talk about that sometime as well, that there are different tiers of loyalty depending on how many cruises you've taken. And then just here on the right hand side we have the bathroom. Now in Princess Grill staterooms, the bathroom it's a reasonable size, so you've got a little vanity unit and sink there, your loo of course, and then you've got a shower over the bath. So you've got that little arrangement there. It's nice to have a bath. I don't know that I'll be using it that much because we're going to be in the Med and it's quite hot, but the shower I do know is incredibly powerful, so you get a really good jet of water coming out. And you've got this, these look quite new, these shower curtains actually. They look newer than they have been, and you get the towels as well, and they're changed daily by the room steward. You've got a lovely big mirror to admire yourself in when you're looking glamorous. I'm not looking glamorous today because I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I'm anything but glamorous, but he's glamorous. Here's my glamorous Pink Octopus assistant.
No, they're not out yet.
They're not out yet.
Yeah.
And then you've got the sleeping area, and the beds are lovely on Cunard. They really are sumptuous. You've got your bedside cupboards, which have got a nice lot of storage. They're nice and deep for putting all your knickknacks in. Pants, socks, all the rest of it. And the bed has a good choice of pillows as well. Nice bit of artwork there above the bed. And then you've got the central area. Now, I just want to quickly explain why there is rather a lot of alcohol on our unit. This is the contents of our minibar, which I've just taken out. And that's because you do have to pay for your minibar unless you're in Queens, in which case it's complimentary. But if you're in anything lower than Queens, you can have anything from the minibar, but they will charge you, and they also will charge you a 15% top-up service charge, they call it. So I'm going to ask our room steward very politely if you would mind removing these items, because what I have done in our rather lovely stateroom fridge is I have replaced them with a couple of bottles of wine that I bought at the airport this morning and some cans of beer that I bought in the shop just before we got on the ship in Barcelona. You do get complimentary water in Princess Grill, and that's changed daily as well. That's given to you daily. The other thing you get if you want it is you get a fruit basket every day. So all you have to do is to fill out that little form there, tick a few boxes, and your room steward will deliver fresh fruit to you. That's a Princess Grill perk, and you get that in Queens as well. And then just moving around the corner here, we've got our tea and coffee making facilities, which are very good. Lovely quality china there. Nice Cunard china. You've got a selection of your teas and coffees. I must ask our steward for a few more of these coffee pods, because over here you get your Illy coffee machine, which I had trouble with this when I was on Queen Elizabeth. I couldn't get it to work very well, but I'm going to have a go at that later because I do like my coffee. So you've got that as well. You've got a television one side and you've got a television the other side, and you've also got the fridge there. I've mentioned that already. And then you've got a nice bit of storage down there. There's a bucket of ice. You can ask to have a bucket of ice delivered every day if you like it. The other thing, when you arrive, is you actually get a full bottle of sparkling wine. I'm not sure how it works now, but I know with Princess Grill, I think that's always a full bottle. Queen's is champagne. And the other staterooms, I think it depends on your loyalty tier. And if your loyalty tier is not high, or you're booking I think it's an inside and an ocean view and possibly a balcony, it's a half bottle of complimentary sparkling wine, which is great to have, but it's nice to have a full bottle. So you've got that one as well. And then just sweeping around, we've got like a kind of sitting area. So you've got a chair, and then you've got this lovely big sofa bed. So this actually turns into a sofa bed. So if you were sharing a stateroom, a family of you've got this. This can be made up as well. But this is a sofa bed, and it's a really good, you can see it's a really good size. And then over here, you've got like a kind of desk writing area. Again, we always mount a colossal amount of paperwork on the cruise. So many things, from menus to daily programs to all the different bits that go with excursions. You get that as well. So it's useful to have somewhere where you can put things. And just some people ask, I've noticed they do this online, where do I store my cases when I've unpacked them? The answer is, and I'm going to pull this up now, under the bed. You've got a huge amount of space under the bed on both sides. And there's a drawer as well. So you do not ever seem to run out of space. And my wonderful assistant is now taking me out onto our balcony. Thank you. So we have our lovely balcony. The view is industrial, shall we say, because we're in port in Barcelona today. But what you get on a Princess Grill balcony, you have your easy chairs like that, and then you've got like a kind of a footstool, which I think is also a storage unit. Let's just lift that up and see if I'm right. It's a storage unit as well. And then you've also got another little chair over there. So that's quite nice as well. So you can sit out in the morning and have your coffee and just enjoy waking up gently. So that's really all I need to say about Princess Grill, but I'm just going to pan back because I always forget something. So I'm going to ask, what else do we need to say about Princess Grill?
Oh, I don't know what you said already. I thought.
So we have, with Cunard, you book your stateroom or cabin, as most people call them, but Cunard calls them stateroom, so I'm trying to use the official terminology. And depending on what you book, you then have an allotted dining room. So there's something called the MDR. If you ever see the initials MDR, it stands for main dining room. And the main dining room is where you go if you are inside cabin or ocean view cabin or balcony cabin. And that's called the Britannia Restaurant, and it's massive. It's on 2 levels. Very elegant space, very Art Deco on Queen Victoria. People love it. They love dressing up for gala nights and all the rest of it. And then Club Balcony, as I said, you have your own separate dining room, which is actually really nice. We've done that and we loved it. It's very, very nice. Very good food as well. There's an a la carte menu that goes with it. That's an extra bonus of Club Balcony. And then Princess Grill, which we're in this time, you have your own dedicated restaurant, and the food is beautiful. And you can either order directly off the menu, or you have an a la carte menu with some special dishes. And those dishes have to be prepared in advance. So things like beef Wellington, Chateaubriand, lobster thermidor, those kind of dishes, Dover sole, they're all really lovely. Duck à l'orange, they're really lovely dishes, but they have to be prepared in advance. So you actually have to give notice at lunchtime on the day that you want to eat them, or maybe the previous day. And then that means you can turn up to your restaurant in Princess Grill and you can do the whole fine dining thing. But you do have to give them notice, but it's good to have that choice. And then the same goes for Queens as well. Except the Queens, I think you can also order things that aren't on either menu as long as you give notice. So if you turn up one day and you think, well, actually, I fancy a little bit of caviar with my meal, whatever, as long as you tell them that, they will get that for you. So it's a kind of an elevated dining experience. And obviously you pay more for that, a lot more for that. The difference, the big jump in price for Cunard staterooms is between Britannia staterooms with a balcony and Club Balcony. And when you get from staterooms with a balcony to Club Balcony, the price can jump quite considerably. So that's what you pay for. You just pay for that kind of elevated level of dining and that kind of exclusivity of having your own dining room. But Princess Grill, I'll just do a final sweet round. Princess Grill staterooms are very nice. We really do like doing Princess Grill. And that concludes our tour. Thank you for watching and subscribe to Pink Octopus Productions.